You don't make her mine.
All right. Welcome to the Way to a Great Marriage cast. And LaRonda is going to sing one of Omi's songs that she wrote as we get kicked off. And here is LaRonda.
Hi, welcome. This is Mom's song, The Hem of His Garment. And she wrote this June the 14th, 1994. There was a woman who had suffered many long years, spent all that she had, and she cried many tears. Then she heard that Jesus would soon be passing by. Oh, I just need to touch his garment, she cried. If I could only touch the hem of his garment, then I know that I'd be made whole. Oh, yes, I want to touch the hem of his garment, then I will be made whole. She touched his garment as he came by. She was healed and she cried. Then he said, oh, who touched my clothes? The woman fell at his feet, with fear and trembling began to weep. Oh, go in peace, he said, thy faith has made thee whole. Well, do you need to be made whole like this one in days of old? We have the same Jesus today. Oh, have you heard he's coming soon? It may be morning, night, or noon. Will you be ready to touch his garment on that day? If I could only touch the hem of his garment, then I know that I'd be made whole. Oh, yes, I want to touch the hem of his garment, then I will be made whole. Amen.
Didn't we just sing that one the other night? Okay.
No, we've not sung that one.
Okay. I remember that bass like that on another song.
Oh, well, a lot of our songs had a similar
bass thing.
Yeah. We did that for Dad.
I guess your dad sings bass the same.
Yep. He sung bass just like you do. Exactly.
Terry said that she is here. And
Hi,
can't wait
Terry.
to laugh.
Yeah, I told her that we were going to have a humor one tonight.
A humor one.
Woohoo! Humor it is. I did. I turned it
too far. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Terry. Mwah. It's good to see you. Hear from you, I mean.
Okay. I got another text from Les and Leslie. They are the ones that do the Symbios assessment that I did training to be able to do for them locally for people who want to have a Symbios assessment.
Yes.
And so their question was, of course, they're selling a book, but I'm not going to tell you about that.
We're not getting paid to sell books.
We're not getting paid to sell books.
No.
But they do have an interesting question or statement here. 4 ways to inject more humor into your marriage. You know?
Okay.
And so,
Tell us about it.
if you're serious about having a great marriage,
Woohoo!
yes, a way to a great marriage, then you need more humor.
Absolutely.
As the old saying goes, laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
That's especially true for your relationship with your spouse.
That's right.
And we must have a perfect relationship.
We must have a wonderful relationship.
In our latest article, we're sharing some suggestions to help you to bring more laughter to your marriage. After all, it takes a healthy dose of humor to create lifelong love.
It does. I agree.
So I guess it goes over to the blog. I didn't read that earlier.
I thought maybe that they may get like number 1, number 2.
Oh, they do.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Yay.
We'll just hit the headlights instead of reading you the whole article.
Yeah.
About that. Study your spouse's funny bone.
Where's your funny bone?
Isn't that the one on
It's here.
on Operation that always went?
Yeah, it wasn't funny.
Lit up the guy's nose.
When you hit your funny bone, it's not funny.
Oh, okay.
But it is funny. So what do you think my funny bone is? Everything?
It usually is sarcasm, which it shouldn't be, but
Well, not hurtful sarcasm.
you like being picked on.
Well, sometimes.
At least that's what you told me.
Yeah, well,
You said that
sometimes.
you wouldn't feel loved.
Well, I know I said
Yeah.
I would think you were mad if you wasn't picking or saying something. That's what I said.
Tell jokes they like just to make them laugh. If you know your spouse loves a particular comedy film or show, suggest watching it together. You know, like
Leanne Morgan.
Leanne Morgan. What's the other guy?
Tim Hawkins.
Tim Hawkins.
We
yeah.
we watched it with Terry and Dave, remember?
Oh, we did.
Like a whole hour of Tim Hawkins up there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I got educated on Tim Hawkins.
Yeah.
Up
While
at
we were up there.
Terry and Dave's the last time we were up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Lay down, Annabelle. Lay down.
Okay, so that is first one, and share what makes you laugh with your spouse.
We laugh at stuff all the time.
We laugh at everything.
We laugh at everything. I mean, it's funny at some of the stuff like tonight, for instance, at our meeting, and his silly faces that he does all the time. This guy had the blackest beard I've ever seen. It was as black as Tony's shirt, and so this wasn't Tony that was laughter, but Braden's part of us, you know, and so he's part of our marriage because he lives with us. And so I was going to tell Braden, look at that man's black beard. And when I said beard, he had a orange creamsicle milkshake. It had a orange creamsicle. I had that. Why did that come on? Milkshake.
I had it turned down.
I don't know.
All of a sudden it decided to turn the volume up.
But he got the whipped.
Katie over here turned the volume up.
He did. She always does stuff. But he got that whipped cream, and when I said that, look at that man's black beard, he wiped that whipped cream across my mouth, and we got so tickled because it went straight in my mouth because I was saying black beard, silly stuff, and I have never got over that. It was so funny, but
we can be dead serious in the middle of an argument, and we'll just start laughing at each other.
Because we know each other's being silly.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I'd be like, and then we both start cracking up. And then I kiss him.
Right.
Every single
time.
time.
So I think humor is the solution to everything.
It is. I mean, you can't laugh at, some serious, somebody's sick or, something bad happened. But God always puts
and
something.
Sometimes you have to really work on issues and really get things done.
Yeah.
But now, when you procrastinate about it, it'll catch up with us someday.
It will. Make sure you just laugh with your partner, with your husband or wife.
Hopefully, it'll catch up with us in eternity.
Yes.
But anyway, Look for humor in everyday life.
We do that. Absolutely.
Okay, you want to give some examples?
Well, everyday life, like we do. It's funny all the time. I mean, you can walk upstairs and I see your face pop up and I start cracking up.
Or I'll just walk up and stand there, and then you get.
And I will not know that he's there. He's like a ninja.
I'm just standing there listening to
Like,
her and Braden talk. Like, where's your dad at? I thought that he was in the bedroom, and I'm standing like right behind.
He's
her.
like right here,
right next to her.
And I'm like, ah. You scare me all the time.
I need to start videotaping.
Come here, Braden. We just talked about you. Come here.
You can come here.
Yeah, come here.
Have you got somebody on the phone
I told
with
him
you?
It was funny because I was saying Black Mirror and you might stuff them. We were talking about humor.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Come here. This is Braden.
We talk about Braden.
Hello, Braden. He's part of our silliness.
Okay.
So stuff like that.
Right.
Just everything's funny, or like even Annabelle, she can be funny, or Katie, or I don't know. Just make life. Cecil preached tonight. You've got to be happy, and the only way you can be happy is to have the joy of the Lord. And so being happy and having the joy of the Lord is two totally different things. For me, I can be so sad and still have the joy of the Lord in my heart. You know, that sadness and happiness are emotions. And with one thing can make you happy, and the next second you can be sad, but you always can have the joy of the Lord. Is that right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just hoping that was right.
Let's see, number 4, and then I guess I'm gonna have to start reading.
Okay.
If we can't come up with more comments.
Oh, listen.
Number 4, seek out and create funny experiences together.
Like, what would be some of those to seek it out?
Well, they have some points here. Swap jokes. See who can make the other one laugh first. Oh, you remember that? Your nephew's wife plays that with the kids every.
Yes.
Pterodactyl thing.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah. And see whoever.
And if you have to.
The game is the kids get in a circle, and one of them has to go around and see who can make
and they're like
another kid laugh in the circle first, and if you laugh, then
you're out.
Then you're out. And so she does this pterodactyl.
Yeah, she'll.
That's right.
She does little short arms. She'll go pterodactyl. Of course, everybody cracks up.
Right.
Well, what was that game we played that everybody laughed till we cried at Chad and them's wedding the night before?
I don't.
It was so funny. What was it? Spoons?
No, I don't like spoons.
It wasn't spoons. Well, what was fun? Well, what?
You
especially with Bonnie.
You can pull back a nub playing spoons.
Especially with Bonnie there. Don't play
if you
with
don't
Bonnie.
know what it is, you don't want to play it.
It's like grab.
Yeah, the women that have claws, they'll grab the spoon with the claws, and you just lose a nub. So it's we don't have a chance.
Well, we played funny games though, and it was we had like 12 people.
Oh, it's where we had to. It was sort of like Pictionary, but with a card game.
Yes, it was funny.
You had to guess what the person. Well, you could guess things, and if you guessed wrong, you lost. If you guessed,
but it was funny, you all.
They had to come up with something to get you to guess that you wouldn't guess this answer, but then you'd guess something that's on their list.
Yes, yeah, but it was. Listen, we ever won. We was crying. It was so funny, and
of course, maybe it's playing Farkle with Terry.
Farkle with Terry and Dave. Oh my goodness, that is so fun. Terry,
especially whenever I beat her the first time I played.
What did she say?
I would love to do a couples paint night where you paint each other, then have a reveal. Oh, okay. You don't mean paint each other skin or face or something like that. You mean the couples paint each other's portrait and then you reveal it to the other spouse?
That would be funny.
Okay.
That's funny.
Or maybe you could paint stuff on each other's face and then have her.
That would be funny too. I know there's another one that couples play is they see how if you are a couple and you've been married and things.
Yeah, portrait. Yeah, I got you right the first time.
how you would with a blindfold, the person sitting in front, the person in back puts their hands through and feeds the person.
Oh, nope.
Feeds the person pudding. They put it on their nose, and the person here's going, but it's their hands and they're feeding them. That's a funny one too for couples.
Oh, okay.
A couples retreat would be a blast, to do a couples retreat.
But that's a sad thing. I think some people. She said nope.
Oh,
but some people, I think that's the problem is they can't handle humor.
Yeah.
They get angry whenever they feel like you're making fun of them.
Right.
But if you're not comfortable, and they say that imitation is the best form of flattery. If you can't take a joke or then there's
unless somebody has
something wrong there
that they need to make amends with.
Need to deal with.
It's
that you're not comfortable with yourself enough to be able for other people to be saying things about you.
Well, I've got a really good friend that was really, really heavy. Like I'm talking like 500 pounds, not like a little chubby, but heavy. So as far as like if it was something funny about self-image, she would never take that as a joke, even if somebody was joking.
Right.
So you have to know what you can joke about that won't hurt somebody's
feelings.
That
are off limits.
Right. You got boundaries at certain points,
Yeah.
And so there is some ways that you can't. But now with me and Tony, if he says something that I've not thought's funny, I'm like, that wasn't funny. And then he'll laugh and I start laughing anyway, even if I didn't think it was funny. But you've got intimacy, you've got humor, you've got communication. We've talked about all these. To me, communication with humor would be two hand-in-hand great things, like I can look up, okay, I'll tell them an example. I wish I could have my phone up. I could show you. For 2 years, you all, 2 years, me and Tony, I would take selfies of us no matter where we were, if we were at a restaurant, if we were out west or whatever. Every day. I don't now, but I did. And I would do this and show him what you would do. I'd be like, he stuck his tongue out for 2 years. And I was trying to see
before you realized
before I realized
it. I was sticking
yes.
my tongue out in the picture. Are you posting them on Facebook?
No. And I would say, Tony Ball.
I don't have Facebook, so I don't know what she posted on Facebook about me.
And he said, well, if you wouldn't look at yourself all the time, you would know what.
Of course, people come up to me all the time and say, oh, you're LaRonda's husband.
You're on Facebook.
Oh, you must know me from Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, he did that forever, you all, before I ever even realized. Because, I was just looking at myself, see if I was smiling good, see if my hair was decent before we took a picture. And here he goes going with his tongue out.
But now I do it, and then we laugh, and then
take a good picture.
And then we take a good picture.
But I keep the one with the tongue stuck out.
I just thought it was interesting. She never did notice us.
No, it wasn't because I was conceited. I just want to make sure I was looking decent.
She was too busy looking
at myself. Oh shoot!
And then I accuse her. Every picture she sends me is
filtered. No
filter. It looks too good. It looks too good to not be filtered in some way. No. I'm like, you don't look like that.
Yes, I do. and then I'll go and take a picture and send it while he's sitting by me.
That doesn't mean you can't put a filter on
it. No, it's not filtered. Now listen, when they first came out with those filters like 4 years ago, I filtered.
Oh.
I did.
Yeah, I've looked back through your pictures.
You can see.
You would put like, you like the funny filters.
Yeah.
You didn't like the beautiful pictures.
No.
You like the ones that made you
silly.
look like a dog.
Or a funny queen with the Queen of Hearts with the big lips.
Yeah, something
Be like, but no, I don't filter my pictures. So Tony said, I guess models are like that. So I guess he's giving me a compliment. They look good in their pictures. So
that's one of the things they started doing was models have started saying, don't filter my picture so that the girls won't think that they have to be perfect to be a model.
Because they would, if they had cellulite or whatever, even like 120 pounders, 6 foot tall, would have cellulite on their legs, and they would filter that and soften that up. And if they had a little bulge over here, they would take and tuck that in. And now the models are showing rolls, and if they've got a like droopy chin, it shows it, and so it makes it better for the girls.
Next one is have date night in and take turns watching your favorite funny movies.
We did that with Herbie the Love Bug. We watched Herbie, remember? And whatever
the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Shakiest Gun in the West.
We did?
Yeah, remember?
That was the
Apple Dumpling Gang, yeah. So we watched old funny movies is what we watched. We like the old ones.
The new ones, they want to have cussing or something.
They do. Cussing and nudity has to be in all the movies now. So we go back and watch old movies.
Eddie Murphy said that he got a phone call from Huxtable. And said, you need to cut out the language and the N-word.
Yep.
And he was making fun of him being a square and all this, but really, they need to quit all that.
Yeah. I mean, you can have humor without saying the F word or bad words. You don't have to. You can see that with Tim Hawkins and Leah Morgan. And no, they're not paying me to say that. It's just true. Clean comedy. Jeff Foxworthy, he's Christian. True. Clean comedy, and he's funny. He is so funny.
Now, some of his, I don't know if some of his buddies might cuss her.
Now they do.
The one with the
that smoked cigar
with the pup, the potato salad.
Yes, tater
salad.
He's a cusser. He drinks and smokes.
Here's your sign. I don't know if he.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
And the other guy that played Mater.
The puppets.
Oh yeah, he cussed.
Oh, he did.
Puppet guy. Yeah,
he does. Okay.
Yeah, he cussed.
But now I know that Tim. I had a copy of theirs, and Tim hid it because we had taken it away from him, so he could watch it. And, but I didn't remember why he wasn't allowed to watch.
Probably
it.
Had cussing in it. Yeah. But the one guy of Jeff Foxworthy's played Mater on Cars.
Get her done.
Get her done. And get her done for Jesus. Margaret Miller, speaking of somebody funny, that's what she always would say.
Okay, leave funny notes and cards for one another to find.
I don't know if I've gave you many cards.
Yours just always sincere.
Mine's always sincere and lovely and romantic. All the above. There was something today that I got on Facebook. Was a shorty. It had a little monkey going like this. And this is me looking at my husband when he asks me where I want to eat.
Well, it's sort of like me and my best friend Bill. We have this thing. Guess what, Bill? And then he's supposed to say what? And we'll say you're gay.
You're gay.
I got him back on the other one. The other day he sent me a text message and said, Tony, guess what? I said, oh no, you didn't discover that you're gay.
What did he say? He laughed.
He didn't have to come back for that. Anyway, so
that's funny.
You do that with your best friends.
You
know
do.
how to do this. You can do this with your spouse. I mean, you do this with people at work all day long. So that you care about.
We even do that at CR with our friends at CR.
Oh, Jan came in with these little farting things.
Yeah, farting ninjas. I was like, she said, I'm giving these to my grandson. So I was like, you are so funny.
Okay, share funny stories from your day that your spouse will appreciate. So,
I think we do that. We share silly things.
Look for fun events to attend together. This will help you make new memories.
Now we haven't really ventured out this year much. We have for the past 3 or 4 years. We've been married 4 years. The past 3 or 4 years, we have gone on tons of vacations with Braden, taking him different places.
And that's what Jordan Peterson talks about, that you create a new part of your body. If you do that, your brain creates new cells and new cords to tie that together.
Yeah.
You create new memories, and it's good for you to do those kind of things.
We went to Universal Studios.
Go somewhere where you've never been before.
I had never been to Universal, and Braden loved it. And me and Tony both.
I've never been.
No, you have never been to Universal.
Yeah, that's right. I've been to Epcot.
Yeah.
And the other place we don't talk about, Bruno.
Yeah, no. But we had the best time, didn't we?
Right.
We rode roller coasters, and we even rode this one thing that, of course, me and Tony don't like to go upside down. We got on it, and it was, and it rocked us, and we didn't spin all the way upside down. But I said,
was it one of those ships?
No, it was.
It goes up where you're halfway up.
No, remember we had to run and get on it.
Oh, okay. It was the
Harry Potter thing.
The Harry Potter
yeah,
ride.
And it was 3D.
You guys thought that it took us upside down, but I don't think it did.
It rocked us
back,
and my necklaces went up my hair. So
it was almost like if we went upside down.
It was like riding a broom. So it was really. Right. And then the Spider-Man one was so much fun. And he'd jump down on your car and he'd shake, "Help me out! I'm after the goblin," or whatever. And we had a really
King Kong.
And King Kong. Oh my goodness.
The Dudley Do Right Ride.
The Dudley Do Right Ride. We went on the Seuss, Dr. Seuss ride too. Remember?
Like, get off now.
Yes.
Danger ahead.
Danger. Get off while you can. But we had
It is the highest. I forget what did you find out that was the log ride. It was the steepest and the highest log ride.
It was scary. It was scary.
Yeah.
We were looking straight down. It wasn't just like a normal log flume. No, we were looking straight down.
And it said you're going to get wet, but we didn't get wet from the ride. We got wet from them hosing us down.
They took hoses to us.
Little bots.
But those were memories that we made, and I'd like to go back to see Aunt Donna.
I was about ready to squash that little guy in front of me who kept getting on me for not wearing
their mask. Everybody had to wear a mask outside, walking around at Universal Studios.
Yeah,
how ridiculous!
And they threatened they said they kept announcing, "We will remove you from the park if we catch you without your mask."
We will remove you from the park. Well, we just pretended like we ate all day long. But we did that on the airplane.
And drink.
Yeah, and drink. But anyway, we made memories like that too.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Let's see. Look for fun events to attend together. We already said that.
Yep.
One more, ideas for building a happy marriage. That's where they want to sell you the book.
Oh. Well, we don't have to have the book. No. I'm sure it's good though. I'm sure it's a good book. But we just wanted you all to know that
I don't remember paying that much to get certified though.
But we wanted you all.
How much that was?
No. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's $200 now to become a SIMBIS assessor.
Wow, no, I didn't see it.
Maybe I did pay that much.
You may have, but it's been a long time ago. So, but
I'm sure they went up with inflation. It was probably $50 before buying.
Probably, I would say so. It's probably 50. But we
forget the 6% inflation. Yeah. It's like 600% inflation.
We just wanted you all to know that we are. Do we have a perfect marriage? No, but we try to deal with hard things with humor. We most particularly deal with most things
Right.
with humor. And so,
Well, one of the things is I've always been told until you that sarcasm is not good. That you
really,
have to that you shouldn't be sarcastic. But I think a lot of people are sarcastic. I think I'm respectful of you not to
yeah,
be sarcastic in
in
a
a
way
bad way.
that I know is going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Or some people might, uh,
If they heard you talking to me.
right.
Well, okay, like Braden.
They-
Braden calls me woman. And
Right.
so does Tim, my other stepson. They call me woman. Well, somebody heard Braden say, "Hey, woman, bring me my swimming trunks."
it was your nephew.
It was my nephew. He got fired up. He's like, you didn't just say that. And he come up
To
and
my
he said,
aunt.
yeah, to my aunt. You are not calling her a woman. And I said, oh, it's okay. I said, that's just my nickname to Braden. And his girlfriend Dixie calls me woman too. And Tim, they all call me woman. And I'm fine with it. I
Right.
really am.
Well, I pointed out to you, I because I noticed Jesus does that whenever Mary comes to him and wants him to change the water into wine. He's like, "Woman, what do I have to do with thee?"
Yeah.
And so the woman in the Greek means grace. So it's like, grace, what do I have to do with you?
Well, I'll take that. But I just, it's a nickname. Even on our Fortnite stuff, on Tim and Braden's thing, my name over my character is woman, And so
Right.
that doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I find it soothing and nice, That's a nice nickname. Braden calls me Goggy too, because Hope calls me Goggy. And so little Tommy called me Meemaw. Thank you, Meemaw. He was very gentlemanly. I made him some homemade biscuit and gravy and bacon and eggs today, and I brought it down, and he said, "Thank you, Meemaw." I said, "Well, you're welcome." So
yeah, we've loved having Tommy.
Yes, we love him.
We love having people here.
We do.
And,
it's a blessing for both of us.
He wasn't in the way either.
No.
I was able to do my podcast. And,
yeah.
And,
he never made a peep.
He was able to treat him just like we do Braden.
Yep. He didn't make a peep.
He reminds me so much of Braden.
When he was
told
that age.
Tommy that he just let him. I told Philip that when he dropped him off that he's like Braden. He just can let him
he's a laid back
do
kid.
his own thing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to be entertained or anything like that.
And he would say, "Can I have an icy?" So I showed him where the ices was, and he made his stuff at home. We got him an icy. So I loved Tommy. If you're watching, we love you.
That reminds me, I haven't told you this yet, but I had this person that I have been going through to promote the Waycast. I'm in chapter 15 tonight. Right. Everybody want to tune in. This is I've been waiting to get here. This is about the three parables about the one lost coin, the one lost sheep, and the one lost son. And so I'm excited to get to this one.
I may sit in on that.
Knowing it though, it may take me 2 days to study for this one. But because I haven't started studying yet, so.
Oh, you may want to do it tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Well, no, that'd be after CR.
Yeah. Either way, it's the same difference.
Right.
But I put as much time into it as I can, see if I can get it done tonight. But I've been sending out to people who have called me or texted me in the past,
right?
Invitations to the Waycast, and letting them know I had Matthew and Mark done, and for giving them links for those.
Yeah.
And somebody had contacted me about a home back in 2020. It was July the 16th
4 years ago.
2020. There is no identification of who they are, other than they needed a HUD home, which I wasn't going to be able to. I don't do HUD for a couple of reasons, and so I guess I misunderstood them, but I sent them this link, and they, of course, came back with who I am. I tell them in this who I am. I always think that's funny.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I put in Tony Ball, Christ Recovery Ministry. I signed what I sent them. Celebrate Recovery Inside, State Ambassador of Kentucky, Celebrate Recovery Ministry Leader at COTR. So I don't know what they mean. Very cool. Thank you for sharing. And then the next day, give them Luke chapter 13, and then they say, "Who are you?" I mean, if I don't know if you can watch one of those, you can see
who I am.
See my face.
We're right here,
and they're not saying I need a face with the name. So I was so I say I'm working off a call log. Unless you got a new phone recently, you called me at some point. I don't want to tell them all the details.
Right.
And stir up. They'll probably ask me, "Oh, you have a house empty now?"
Yeah, probably. Yes.
I'm not trying to sell them anything.
No,
this is free. I'm not trying to make money off of this. So, will you pray for me then?
Oh.
And I said, "Sure. What's going on with you?" And so they say it's interpersonal conflict. I don't know how to fix it because I don't know what I'm doing that keeps pissing them off. Sorry for the language, but
nasty word.
Well, yeah, it's somewhat there.
Yeah, somewhat.
And so I say, what relationship are they to you? And so I pray for them, and they say thanks, and then I tell them the reason that I'm asking is because we have this Way to a Great Marriage cast. If it's their spouse, they could watch this, and they said, "No, I'm not married." Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Well, I tell them that if they aren't their spouse, then probably it'd be best to love them from a distance, because it sounds like they're a toxic person.
Yeah.
And they say that that's probably for the best. And so I tell them, find someone that's encourages you and makes you a better person and wants the best for you. I know it might hurt now, but you don't have to live your life walking around on eggshells. And they say, I just need God to move in all areas of my life.
Wow.
And then I sent them today,
Tony, that's great.
Luke 14, and they said thank you. So that was
what a wonderful. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what this is about.
Right.
Touching somebody you don't even know.
Right. I don't know anything about that person.
No.
Nothing
Not their
whatsoever,
name,
other
not their
than
address.
they need a place to rent that will accept HUD. That's a nightmare in itself, but that's enough to pray for over there right in itself, because you can't find a place because as landlords it's really a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a messed up system is all I'm going to say. Our government's messed up all the way around. Anything that the government sticks its hands in, it's one of the things Cecil talked about tonight. Love Cecil his heart to death, and I'd do anything for him. But he said that the government isn't helping this individual, send him home from the hospital instead of putting him in a nursing home. But really, his church isn't able to. But we know churches that are able to. They can step in and help this woman. And that's what the church is. That's what the church is for. We've allowed the government to steal our ministries, and one of those ministries is taking care of the widows and orphans. Yeah. We kind of have misplaced our values and what we can do. Yeah. I mean, we're so far removed from that we wouldn't know where to start to help somebody who needs to be in a nursing home. No. We have no, we don't have like I'm sure, like there's probably women who live by themselves who would like to take in somebody like that just for the company.
Absolutely.
They may have to take care of them. Maybe they're good at taking care of them.
I've heard of that. I mean, like our friend goes to church with
that
us.
would be a
She's
ministry.
a retired nurse, and
like we have a heart for children.
Yes.
Taking in children or people who are homeless or who need drug and alcohol rehabilitation or battered spouses. We have a heart for those. I'm sure there's people. Their ministry could be taking care of widows.
Yes,
that are.
I love that ministry.
That are unable to take care of themselves.
Right.
And
there's probably a lot of those that we don't even know of.
Right. And so that's it's sad that we have given that up so much. We don't even know we wouldn't know where to start with that.
I know.
With that kind of ministry. I know with the orphans that would be simple. Send them to me and LaRonda.
Yeah, we'll take care of them.
We've got a bed upstairs.
We will take care of them. Absolutely.
But it's just the way that it is today.
I know.
And it is sad that it's that we have allowed the government to steal that blessing from us. It's truly a blessing.
Yeah.
To help somebody.
It really is. It really is.
I was thinking that tonight. I didn't want to say anything to Cecil.
Right.
But the way he said it, I mean, he's right. We've turned it over to the government. We depend upon the government now to
take care of it.
To take care of it. But it's really not the government's responsibility.
It's the church's.
It's the church's responsibility.
And Cecil's church feeds so many. They really do.
If he had a way, if he knew how, he would.
Absolutely, he would.
He would give his right arm to help
for anybody
to help this woman any way that he could.
Yeah.
But and I'm not saying that, but there are churches who have that ability.
Yes.
But still, yet I'm not sure they have that ability because they don't know. They wouldn't know where to start.
I know.
There's not that ministry. We have ladles of love. You hear these different things, but not really that.
I think Church on the Rock has got a widows ministry going.
It might even be like they could live in their home. I'm sure the hospital has sent them home to live, and then like have women of the church that could rotate, like five women that would take a shift and go over and check on them.
Especially if they're single,
every once in a while.
But they do have a widows like program at Church on the Rock. Right. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. We're so involved with CR.
That's not on our radar, even though it should be. The orphans are.
The orphans are.
And if the widow was homeless or had a drug addiction,
we would find something for them.
Or
battered,
or if she's a battered spouse, then that would fall under our radar. But
and we would also know that the lady Redeeming Hope, that she's taking in battered women, so we would know a really good place to to send them.
Right.
Have
they already started taking in?
Not yet. They're preparing.
I was thinking that was more for like sex trafficked women.
I don't know. I really don't.
I tried to sit down with what's her name?
Lisa. Yeah.
And a couple of times I've talked to her, I haven't really got it very far with her because I have felt like our ministry and her ministry
can walk hand in hand,
have a lot in common. And
I'm not sure what it is though. I'm really not.
And really, we're kind of doing the same thing.
But I don't know. I think hers is battered women, but I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. I would have to find out.
I think it's sex trafficking.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
We've ran into that.
We have
in Lowell County whenever we went.
We definitely have.
We went to that Celebrate Recovery and at
jail.
Fort Dix River.
Yeah. All three of those there in Lowell County. The jail.
Oh, the jail.
Forks of Dix River, and then Indian Hills. All had.
Well, there's a home in Gary County.
Yeah.
For sex trafficking.
Yeah. And I think that's where they go to the CRs through that, you know.
When I was at Mount Hebron, we supported them because it's up there in that area.
Okay, that makes sense. But we will help anybody we can, you know. But that is our heart, is drug and alcohol rehabilitation and homeless and hungry children.
That's one of the things. Praise God, the county attorney left them alone whenever he shut me and Pastor Dave down. He shut down the men's homes.
He did, yeah.
So he could get his 6-figure job, but
he did.
But praise God, he left that home alone.
That was good. You know, I'm so glad that he did.
Yeah, that's well worth it. Those ladies can have a home for.
And they're all so sweet.
My home.
You know, they're so sweet. And you know, no matter where me and Tony is at, whether it's at this home or if we move to Kalamazoo, it doesn't matter. Our home is a home of
refuge.
Refuge. It is a home of refuge. If someone's needing help, we take them in, and we have done several people that way so far. And it doesn't matter where we're living, whether it's here or, you know, Somerset or McKee or wherever we're at. That would be our home. You know, house of refuge. So that's part of our ministry, and I love that part of it.
First, you have to be careful. We have a set of friends. We've went over our time tonight, but our normal time. We're more like I am on the way cast. I'm usually running about an hour.
Yeah,
you're usually half an hour over here.
Yeah, we are,
because I'm anxious to get to studying. I like to keep this one short, but
and we usually do 30 minutes.
But we have had a couple of friends that have tried to take in homeless women. And, you have to be careful with that because, in both instances, they had trouble.
Mishaps.
The first one threatened to kill the wife, our friend. And then the other one had a boyfriend that kept coming around. And
dangerous.
That was dangerous.
Very.
He had went off his rocker over her.
Very dangerous.
Stalking her and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So you have to be really
and then
careful.
The danger with, with the husband of our friends,
absolutely.
He wasn't wasn't careful in some instances.
Right.
He would give her a ride somewhere or was alone with them.
Trying to help.
Right. I know. Trying to help.
Only trying to help.
You have to kind of think about these things ahead of time, and so I don't, that would be something we'd have to pray and think about. If, I don't know if I would open up our home to.
I don't think so.
Woman.
Probably wouldn't.
Kids or
children or people that we know.
That's why that I have homes that I put them up in sober living homes.
That's right.
That we can put them up in, and then they can.
Well, we see the danger to the other.
Bringing an adult into your own home can be dangerous.
It would be dangerous. Yeah.
Even I wouldn't necessarily want a man here either.
Mm-hmm. I would be a little bit skittish
in my home, and that's one of the things they warn you about when you do PREA training. Remember that was part of PREA training. Don't bring them home with you.
Don't bring them home.
Well, it's a violation of PREA.
Don't bring them home.
You can have a halfway house. You can that you can put them in or something like that. But don't bring them into your home.
No, I would never. I would never even suggest it. Because I think that would be dangerous.
And that's the reason I was thinking, it might work best, if somebody's thinking about these ministries. That's the reason this is brainstorming. Is because I'm an ideas man. I am not good at putting things into practice. And if you have a heart for people who, like this lady that Cecil was talking about that was in the hospital, if the nursing home wouldn't send her to a nursing home, but really she needs to be in a nursing home. That really probably the best way of handling that, rather than taking her into your own home, even though it's an elderly lady, probably that might be like taking a kid in.
Yeah.
It might work best for have a shift of ladies that could go and check on her.
And that would be left up to the church
throughout the day
to get that organized.
Well, or I mean, it could be one lady organizes her friends or something like that.
Well, like I said, our friend that's a retired nurse, she would probably be good at doing that.
Right.
Because that's what she does. She goes to someone's house and takes care of them.
Yeah, sort of like what well, we don't want to mention any names.
No, I didn't.
They won't pay us. No, I mean, there's actually a group that does that. They were catty-cornered across from the dollar store when we fed the homeless.
Yeah.
But they won't pay us. So
no.
Won't mention their name.
No. And we might not should anyway. So.
Okay, I'm rambling by now. So.
But it was good rambling.
Yeah, brainstorming about. I kind of like brainstorming about ministries that people could do. Gives you ideas of things you can. If you don't know what God wants you to do, and you want to minister, maybe that gave you some ideas. I hope.
Yeah, I hope so. Too. I mean, it was about humor today for our podcast, but then those are very good suggestions.
Well, we got onto it with this lady that. I don't know what their gender is. I assume I don't know what they might be.
I don't know.
And so this person that contacted me that they we were talking about HUD and
and you've helped without really getting involved. You've helped women without bringing them into your home. Like you've helped them get into a trailer. You've helped them
get into a trailer.
Yeah, remember that down in Somerset? You said I helped build her a trailer.
Oh, I remodeled the trailer.
Remodeled her trailer for her.
She was a widow.
She was a widow, and we saw her even out the other day. And I mean, you can see the works that God does.
Well, I had a women's sober living home,
and
with
you did.
Like 5 women living there. I had the rule. Me and Dad could not go in the home.
No.
Even if we needed to maintain it, we didn't really have to maintain anything. I don't know what we would have done if we had to maintain.
You'd have had to have them leave.
Or hired an outside person to do that.
Right. Exactly.
I inherited that. Apparently, there was a rehab. It was around Harrodsburg somewhere, and somebody called me up and said that these women were in dire need. That a lady had a pill mill in Tennessee, and she was using this as a to hide her money.
A hub.
Well,
a money hub.
She could then put her money into this building, and it would look good.
Right.
As a way of laundering her money.
Gotcha.
And so the government had arrested her and was filing charges against her.
Wow.
And she told the girls that they had like 72 hours to find someplace else to live.
Wow.
And so I took them down to Somerset and showed them the house in Somerset. And they're not that nice. Then the one in Broadhead, and they moved in the one in Broadhead.
Okay.
And lived there for some time until the last one had a little trouble with her and I had a friend that had a women's rehab in Gary County. Sent her there. They didn't close that one either. Praise God.
Yeah.
And even though I think it closed on its own after that, but that was their last client. But anyway, that was.
Well, that's some good suggestions to everybody about if they're interested in the ministry.
Right.
There's
a lot of it was what Dorcas, she was a seamstress. Her ministry was patching clothes, I guess.
Yes. I actually played her in a play one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dorcas.
So there's a lot of ministries out there, but anyway. Yeah. With that, let's see. I'm not cute.
No, but you've got to tell them share.
I do.
Well, you always forget that, right?
I know. Because I'm not as.
We're just relaxed, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not as worried about it as I should be. But what she's talking about is
like,
and comment.
please.
By comment, we like for you to ask questions so we could address them. Maybe we could even have a whole way to a great marriage cast based upon your question.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that.
And then we
share.
I'm not on Facebook. LaRonda is, but I'm not on Facebook. If you don't see the craziness of Facebook or social media these days, and haven't chosen to get off of it and decide to remain on it, that's your business. But if you do choose, for me, share. So since I can't, I would appreciate that.
Yes.
Then there is
notification bell. Ding 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 ding.
Hit the ding-a-ling. and then so that the next time we're live, you can come on and harass us like Terry does.
Please. We miss Terry.
Yeah, she stopped talking there.
Yeah.
Maybe she got tired and went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after her bedtime.
Yes.
Sorry, Terry. We kept you up too late.
We're glad you're doing good.
And then let's see, is there another one?
No. Like, share, comment, notification bell. Ding ding ding.
Okay. And so then now I'm ready, right?
Yes, you are.
And with that, we say
good night, until we meet again. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, and though it's all brings sweet sorrow to part, you know you'll always remain in my heart. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that everything comes true.
and now till we meet again. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.
Good night. Love you.